VimpelCom has published its third quarter 2014 results. What is your view of the numbers?
I think there are two sides to the set of numbers that we announced today. We have the year-on-year performance and we have the quarter-on-quarter performance. The year-on-year performance is showing a decline in revenues and EBITDA, driven by currency movements, geopolitics, macroeconomic slowdown, and also some performance-related issues on our side. The quarter-on-quarter numbers looks much stronger. We see revenue growth, EBITDA growth. We see a growth in the subscriber base of more than 3.5 million subs. We see mobile data revenue growth, and we see improved customer satisfaction. So the year-on-year is still weak. The quarter-on-quarter is stronger, and it's a continuation of the improvements we saw from the first to the second that continued into the third. So that's the operational part of it. And then if you look at the net income in this quarter is influenced by some one-offs related to the refinancing of Wind, and is also influenced by currency movements. However, if we take a longer term view on the net income development, the fact that the Algeria transaction is now on track for closing by year end, and also the effect of the refinancing that we've done in Italy, we expect net income on an annualized basis next year to improve by $500 million as a result of this.
Investment in high-speed data networks is an important part of your strategy. How is that progressing?
A lot of focus right now on exactly that activity. 4G rollout in the two big markets, Russia and Italy, is on track. And then we have Pakistan, Bangladesh and Algeria, the three big markets we're operating in Africa and Asia. Population of 400 million people. We're rolling out 3G in all these three markets right now. Big potential for us going forward. Smartphone penetration in Bangladesh, for example, 4%. Pakistan and Bangladesh offering good opportunities on mobile financial services. And I think overall a population that is hungry for 3G services and creating a very good upside for us. And also in Algeria, even though we had a later start than competitors, we're now catching up and we have a commercial launch in 14 of the Algerian regions, including the capital Algiers. So big markets for us, good speed and quality of the rollout, and good upside going forward.
How are you performing in Russia?
Well, the biggest challenge and issue we've had in Russia over the last 12 to 18 months has been the quality of the network. For that reason, that's been our main focus in repairing the problem. If you look at where we are today, in 75% of the Russian regions, we are either number one or number two in mobile data speed. In Moscow Oblast, we are number one on voice quality. We are number two on mobile data speed. More than 90% of our customers in Russia are now being offered more than 2 megabits per second of mobile data speed. So I think to a large extent we have now catched up and we have put ourselves in a position where the quality of the network is at par with competitors. And if you look at the quarter-on-quarter performance in Russia in the third quarter this year, you also see results of an improved network. We see revenues growing on a quarter-on-quarter basis. We see EBITDA growing quarter-on-quarter. We see more than 1 million new customers coming into our networks in the quarter. And we also see improved Net Promoter Score or customer satisfaction, which is a measurement relative to competitors. So I would say that the improvement we saw from the first to the second quarter That improvement continued from the second into the third quarter. And my expectation now is that we will also see that same trend continuing into the fourth quarter of this year.
Your Ukraine business is undergoing an important transformation. Can you provide an update?
Yeah, Ukraine is obviously a difficult operating environment right now with geopolitical unrest, macroeconomic slowdown, and everything that goes with it. That being said, operationally, Ukraine is performing good in the third quarter. We see improvements in network quality. We see improvements in customer satisfaction. We see revenue growth, EBITDA growth, customer growth. So overall, I would say that on a relative basis, quarter on quarter, Ukraine had a good quarter, but we need to be mindful about the risk that Ukraine represents right now with the macro situation in the country, I think.
What developments are you seeing in your Italian business?
The Italian market has been weak, was weak also in this quarter. In a way, I think this quarter didn't represent a lot of news in Italy. We perform well on a relative basis. It's a solid set of numbers. We have a very strong brand in Italy, and you see that on a quarter by quarter basis. The good news, I think, in the quarter is though that it looks like the overall market is performing a little better, which gives us hope for the last quarter of this year and also moving into 2015.
What about market consolidation?
There is no news today on any of the discussions that have had in the past in Italy. Generally, we're in favor of in-market consolidations. We think it's value accretive for shareholders. We work hard to make them happen, but there is no news on this topic for Italy today.
What is the group's current financial position?
It's a good question. I think that question is something a lot of investors would like to have an answer to. Our liquidity position is very strong. We have more than $6 billion of cash. We have credit facilities available of more than $2 billion. We had a strong cash flow in the quarter. We have done a lot of refinancing during 2014, so we have pushed the maturity of the debt portfolio into the future, so we have no major refinancing needs over the next years. As a result of all this, I would say that our financial position is strong, our liquidity position is strong, and we are well funded going into 2015.
And finally, what is your outlook for the remainder of 2014, and what are your expectations for 2015?
We have seen now the second quarter in a row with quarter-on-quarter improvement. So the second quarter was better than the first. The third quarter is better than the second. I expect also the fourth quarter to be better than the third quarter. So during the year, we have seen a quarter-on-quarter improvement. The outlook that we gave in the beginning of the year, we are reconfirming today. So there is no surprises expected to what we said the year would look like at the beginning of the year. Moving into 2015, I think we have a solid platform. We have improved network quality. We have underlying growth in our subscriber base. We have good momentum on rolling out high-speed data networks, and we will provide at the end of February an outlook for 2015 as a whole. But I think we look stronger today than we looked a year ago.
Thank you.
Thank you.